What's up, guys? In this video, doing another product review. This time we're taking a look at the Rush FPV Race 2 VTX. So this is the Rush Tank 2. This thing is tiny. Let's see what it measures. So this VTX measures 15.4 by 20. So 15 by 20. Got a nice metal shield above everything. And it weighs 2 grams. According to the sheet, it's 1.7 grams. So this is capable of pit mode, 25 milliwatts, 100 milliwatts, 200 milliwatts, and it also has a max power level, which is technically 350 milliwatts with good airflow. At the end of this video, we'll get this hooked up to a drone and we'll go outside and test it. On the bottom here, we have all the pads that we're going to use to hook this up to the flight controller. And on the back side, it's labeled. We have 5-volt ground, video, data, or smart audio, and then another ground. Make sure you power this using 5 volts. A lot of VTXs are capable of much higher input voltage, but this one is just 5 volts. It says it a couple times, it says it on the manual. Make sure you only power this using 5 volts. Flip it over to the other side. We have the UFL connector. Make sure you have a UFL antenna. This, for some reason, mine didn't come with an antenna, so in the flight footage you'll see later I'm going to be using this Lumineer UFL antenna. Next to that, we have a set of LEDs. We have an LED right here for the channel. Right next to that, we have the power. And then here is a temperature LED, and this is also illuminated for pit mode. And next to that, we have the band. So these LEDs will tell you all of that information, and you can change the channel and the band and the power and everything right through this switch if you don't set up smart audio. I'd recommend setting up smart audio, but if you don't know how or you don't want to, you can just use this switch to change the channel and everything. One thing to note about this VTX is that it doesn't have any mounting holes, so you'll need to just zip tie it or find another way to secure it to your drone. It comes with some heat shrink in the bag, so you'll be able to just put some heat shrink around it and zip tie it to your frame. Otherwise, it doesn't have any mounting holes on it. For the most part, my drones are all digital. I still have a couple drones that are rocking analog, and those ones are all running Rush FPV VTXs. Rush FPV is pretty much my go-to for analog. So I'm gonna go throw this on my trusty Basher drone. We'll take this out to the field and test some range on different power levels. So this VTX honestly performed exactly as I expected. Rush FPV, like I said, is my go-to analog VTX brand. They're durable, they perform great, and they just work. There's only two things that I really don't like about this VTX. Usually these VTXs will come with at least some cheap UFL antenna or something, but this one literally came with nothing. So if you end up getting this VTX, make sure you have a UFL antenna handy. And my only other complaint is that it doesn't have the mounting holes. This is probably just personal preference, but when I'm looking for a VTX, I look for one with a good way to mount it to the drone. If that's something that doesn't bother you and you're just looking for a compact, small VTX that you don't mind zip tying to the frame, this is a pretty good option. So if this video helped you out, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more product reviews and drone videos. I've also been hosting a lot of giveaways, so make sure you don't miss those. Like the video, and if I missed anything or if you have any questions about this VTX, leave a comment down below. I try to respond to as many comments as I can.